So today I decided to do a mukbang. Is it mukbang or mukbang? Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a mukbang. I'm not sure if it's pronounced mukbang or mukbang.
Mukbang?
How is it?
I've heard people say
it's because normally people say it mukbang or mukbang, but I rather mukbang because the whole mukbang, like the bong.
Yeah, that sounds
It bothers me. It kind of sounds like bong bong bong. What do you call it? Like the something.
We'll go with mukbang.
Okay, we decided to do a mukbang, and I was craving Mexican food. Well, I actually always am. So we went to my parents' place and got 3 plates. I was gonna get more, but I know we're not gonna finish it, so I didn't want to be like a jariosa or whatever and get like a whole bunch of plates. Okay, so we got tacos de cebrada, and then we also got red enchiladas, no onions. Red enchiladas, and then we also got green enchiladas.
Super fire.
So we got the 3 plates and no onions on none of the enchiladas because I don't like onions on my enchiladas, and I know Alex doesn't like onions on my enchiladas. So, and then I also got salsa verde, salsa roja, sour cream, and what are the tostadas, babe? Oh, and then the tostadas, just because, I don't know, because for the most part when you go to Mexican restaurants you get like the chips with the salsa, so I decided to get that just to be extra, and then also some aguacate. We're just gonna, I guess, share the food because se me antojan the tacos, the enchiladas, and the red enchiladas and the green enchiladas, so we're both just going to grab a little bit of everything. And for the drinks we got Mexican Coke, so I got a Coke and Alex got a
Sprite. You know you gotta have a Mexican Coke.
I tell you guys that I don't really drink Coke, which I really don't, I'm not lying. But today I was like, for the sake of the mukbang or whatever, mukbang, voy a quebrar my little mini wannabe diet and eat that. Okay, I'm gonna get, a taco. Dude, this looks so bomb.
One green enchilada,
and
some beans, and I'm gonna go with a taco. Can you pass me a taco?
I can, brother. Just kidding, a taco. Do you guys like to put sour cream on your tacos? Oh, you know what I forgot to get, but I want to stand up and like move our whole little wannabe studio setup.
Just get wannabe.
So we have already done a video together, which was our very first video together, which was a Q&A. And on that video, you guys had asked us how we met, and I told you guys, all we said was Twitter, and then that was it. And I told you guys that I wanted to do another video telling you guys about how we met, all about how we met, and our first date, which it took us this long to do it just because I was not consistent on YouTube whatsoever. Till lately, I've been trying to be consistent. So here it is, this video, and I thought doing it as a mukbang would be a good idea. Okay, is it just me, or are the green enchiladas like hot AF? They are hot. I think they're spicy, and my mom was telling me, she's like, are you sure you want green enchiladas because they're spicy? So if you guys do end up going to my parents' restaurant, which I will leave the name and address of my parents' restaurant in the description because I do get asked a lot. If you guys end up getting green enchiladas, they always tell you guys like, también picosas, okay? But I love picosito or whatever.
They're worth it though.
This is so fire.
We haven't eaten all day. That's why that's why I'm like rushing to eat right now.
And I love enchiladas, tacos, and all of that. If it was up to me, we would eat this every day, but there's like so much on the table, I don't know what to eat.
I don't know, but I really love the tacos.
So, how me and Alex met was actually... What? You thought I was gonna say something dumb, huh?
Yeah.
I was a stripper. Just kidding. Okay, so...
Basically, Leslie slid in my DMs.
You think so?
No, I don't think so.
I did.
We both know so.
Yeah, I did slid in his DM. So I've always been on Twitter till this day. If you don't follow me already, follow me on Twitter. But till this day, I've always been really like a Twitter girl, I guess. And then one time I remember he tweeted, oh my god, I need to blow my nose already. It's getting so... This is hot, guys. I remember one time he had tweeted a tweet, and that tweet had gone viral. So I retweeted it, and I remember his profile picture. If you still have that picture, you should post it right here. You're wearing a hat and you have money right here. You put money right here.
Oh my goodness.
That's a cool. What is it, a cringy picture?
Yeah, how cringy.
You have to show them. He's gonna post right here.
I probably don't have it though. I don't know.
2015, which was like 4 years ago. But if he finds that picture, he'll post it right here. He was wearing like a hat and he had like money right here. Whatever. Why did you do that? Were you being a wannabe? And then I clicked on his profile picture because his picture looked attractive, and I was single, ready to mingle, and I was like, what? I was
attracted to guys with money in their hat.
I was ¿cómo se dice? I was on the lookout. I'm just kidding, but I clicked on his profile picture and I was like, oh, I clicked on his profile picture or whatever, and I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And then I saw his location.
And it said El Paso.
Yeah, and it's in El Paso, and I was like, what? Is he from El Paso? Because I'm from El Paso. Yeah, so I remember I followed him, and then he didn't follow me back. I was like, what the heck? Like, should I post like a more provocative like little Twitter thing so you can follow me? Just kidding, but he didn't follow me back, and then like he kept, no, excuse me, did you see that? My little taco literally fell off. But he kept tweeting or whatever, and like every time he would tweet something,
You would fall in love with me.
no, just kidding. But like every time he would tweet something, like I would like it to try and catch his attention. Maybe he would get the hint, like, hello, I'm liking your shit, like me back or something. Or okay, maybe not like me back, but like, I don't know. So he knew I existed. So I would just like his tweets. Okay, it wasn't that many tweets. It was like 3 tweets, and then he followed me back. Okay, I sound really thirsty right now, but it was not like that. I was just like liking.
I don't remember all that.
So he followed me back, and then he used to post like selfies here and there. So whenever, okay, why is my Coke literally full and yours is all the way down
hungry,
here?
I'm thirsty. I'm everything.
I know, and I'm here like nothing. I'm like, yeah. So that's like how I met Alex. So he would put when he would post selfies, I would like them, and then when I would post selfies, he would like them too. But he wasn't like slitting in my DMs. And I am not the type, which I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but just me personally, like I am so like I would never slide into anybody's DMs just because I hate rejection. So I would hate to like slide in his DMs and then me not be like good enough for him. Not just him, like overall, like I just hate rejection. So I've never been the type of girl to like go up to guys or slid in any kind of DMs. So I was just kind of waiting on him, and I feel like as a guy, if you like somebody, you're gonna slid into their DMs, you know? I remember clearly one time I had just gotten back. I was in a hotel. I had just gotten back from being in Puerto Vallarta. So back then, I tell you guys, my parents were so, this is a true story, my parents were so freaking strict. My parents were so freaking strict. And you guys know I used to work with them, and once a year I used to get one weekend of vacation. So I remember for those vacations, from Monday through Friday, I went to Puerto Vallarta, and then I got back on Friday. But I didn't want to go home for the weekend because my parents were going to want me home like by 1 or whatever. So I rented a hotel to stay in the hotel and then party here in my hometown, but not have to go home and like party till like 4 or 5
You did all that?
I did that for like 3 years straight, because, and they'll be like, ¿Dónde estás? And I'll be like, oh, here at the beach, like a ver la playa. And I'll be like, oh no, like it's too dark or something, like, because I was already here, but I didn't want to tell them I was here because I wanted to party, like keep partying until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Anyways, so I had gotten back and I was in the hotel, and that same day I was already gonna go back home, which was a Sunday, but me quedaba un día in the hotel. And then that's when Alex, I remember clearly, slid in my DMs. I don't have those messages anymore. I think he does, or no, or he deleted them. Okay, yeah, we don't have screenshots of our very first DMs. But after a while of us just like going back and forth, liking each other's pictures, he finally DM'd me. And what did you say? Please take the microphone because I'm hungry. But what did you say? You don't remember?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
So he doesn't remember what he said. I don't remember either. But I know for a fact I replied to him and I said, damn, took you a while. And he said, I don't remember what he said, but we just started talking. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna log off now, or I don't know what I said. Like
log off, like you were on a desktop or something.
Well, I'm signing off. Do you want anything from me? Just kidding. But I was like, no, I remember saying that, like, well, I'm gonna get off Twitter now or something. And I was like, if he wants me, like, he'll ask for my number, you know, so we can keep talking.
I did get your number, didn't I?
Yeah, you did get my number that night. Again, guys, this was 4 years ago, but me acuerdo más o menos. And then I was like, well, logging off now, like, pa que me dijera. And then, why did I say that? I know for a fact that I said that. Long story short, he ended up messaging me. We went back and forth. He ended up getting my number. We started texting, and then we texted and talked for what, 2 years? We texted for a while before we went on our first date, probably like what, 6 months? I know it was a while because I was like, damn, like it's taking me forever to see him. Like he's probably a catfish, or like he probably,
I used to work out of town, that's why.
yeah, I'm like, he's probably not existent, but he was out of town. So whenever he would come in town, like once every month, right?
No, I would come on the weekends. At that time I would come like every Saturday and Sunday.
And he would rather spend it with his family than like, I guess, see me. But so that's why it took us forever to actually hang out, because he would rarely be here. And then when he was here, well, he would just spend it with his family. So I wouldn't really see him. And I feel like we were both kind of just like taking the, like, la vuelta of having like to actually see each other. Because I feel like, you know, like the whole first date, like having to say hi and like how awkward it is. So we're both like, eh.
Yeah, but I never really had time though, that's the problem. I would get here like Saturday afternoon, like at night. Well, not at night, but I would get here like Saturday like 6 p.m. And then I would leave Sunday night, so I only had like probably just like a day's worth of being in El Paso. Yeah, and I guess that was not worth it. So finally, one of the times after us going back and forth of hanging out, we actually ended up hanging out, and we ended up going to the movies. We went to go watch one of the, what are they called? Was it The Conjuring?
It was a scary movie, but it wasn't available on theaters anymore. It was just like in the dollar movies.
Yeah, so that was the only place. And Leslie, for some reason, wanted to see that movie specifically. So it was like the $2 movies.
Dollar movies, actually. $1
or dollar, I don't remember. But that was the only theater in El Paso that was showing that movie. Because
it was such an old movie that it was only like available.
It wasn't old, but...
Well, not old, but ya había pasado mucho tiempo que salía, so it was only available in the dollar movies, like in the dollar theaters or whatever. And then at the moment, Alex actually had a man bun. I know for sure he still has pictures of that, so we're gonna put this right here.
Oh my goodness.
That's what he looked like with his man bun.
I used to have one braid down like that. Oh my goodness.
He had a braid, and I thought it was actually like pretty cool. Like, oh my god, he has like a man bun. It was like when man buns were like in style, how like it was like what was popping at the moment, like man buns or whatever. So he had a man bun, and me, I was nothing. I mean, I didn't have like anything cool. I was just like a little loser or whatever. My hair was.
What do you mean anything cool? You were just a regular person.
Like I didn't have like pink hair or like anything. I was just like a little dumb Mexican girl, you know, like with my I was what? My hair was like up to here. It was just cafe. My hair was scrunchy. I put it like that old hairstyle was scrunchy. Like, and then my makeup, I didn't even try with my makeup at all because I was like, if he likes me like this, like, you know, like that he deserves to see me. Look at me like that. I was like, likes me like this, like not at my full potential. Like, damn, he deserves to see me at my. Wait, what?
Oh, what?
I'm like, damn, if he likes me like this, like if he likes me like on level 4, like he deserves to see me like on my level 10. So I mean, obviously he ended up liking me like on my level 4 or whatever, and I was like, he has no idea what's to come. Just kidding. But I feel like at least to me, like I have levels. Like I can look like hella feita, and then just feita, and then más o menos, and then bonita, and then like.
Oh really?
Oh really? And whatever. That day he got like I don't know. Okay. I got ready, and then he picked me up in his truck. We went to the movies.
Wait, when I picked her up, I was like, I'm outside your house. She's like, okay. So she comes outside, and the first thing she does,
I was nervous. I was
she
like,
opens the door, and then she looks at me, and she's like, catfish as fuck.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the fuck? And then she's like, I'm just kidding. She gets in.
I was trying to break the ice because I don't know. I've always been like, even when I'm supposed to be serious, like I can be serious, and I feel like if I am serious, it's just really awkward. Like I just can't be ever serious. So I was like, I don't want to get on and be like, hi. Like that's gonna be weird, you know. So I got on and I was like, oh my god, you're catfish, and I closed the door, which is what he just told you. But I was honestly so freaking nervous, like just not even like guys or whatever, like overall just meeting people for the first time, like I get really nervous. I mean, especially him, you know, like I liked him. We had been texting, I told you guys, for 6 months, so I was like so much tension. I was like, oh my god, like why hasn't he seen me, you know, what, like he's like completely different or whatever. So yeah.
What if I was a catfish?
What if we were a catfish?
A real catfish?
I know, that's what sucks too, because we were gonna go to the movies. I'm like, if I don't like him, like bug, like I'm stuck with him like through a whole movie. It's not like we're gonna go for coffee and I would have been like, you know, like, oh yeah, me cabe café, take me home. Like no, like a whole movie. And I remember before he picked me up, like I was so nervous, and I was just talking to my best friend. I was like, oh my gosh, should I just cancel? They're like, no, just go. And I was like, no, what if I just tell him like I can't, like my mom's gonna not let me or something. He's like, no, just go, like just get it over with. Like how do you know if he like they were like, no, just go. Like, how do you know if he ends up or turns out to be like the love of your life or whatever, you know? Sure enough, here we are. But I was like, no, get hueva, like to go through the whole, like, you know what I mean? Like first date awkwardness. I feel like everybody has a. Oh, and then he grabbed my hand. Okay,
I grabbed her hand in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, he likes me, because if he didn't like me at all, like at that point we were both stuck with each other, whether we liked each other or not. But I was like, if he didn't like me, he wouldn't have grabbed my hand, you know. So I was like, oh my god, I'm doing great, sweetie, like because he grabbed my hand. After that, he took me home. And then he went home and he was like, oh, like, I mean, he went back to work. He was like, oh, and I was like, what did you think of me? Just kidding, I didn't ask that, but we were just talking. We were both like, you know, like, oh no, like I really liked you, blah 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 blah. He went to work. I ended up not seeing him. Like we would text and text, and then we would text and text, and then we eventually just stopped texting since he was out of town. I didn't see him, and then we both, I guess, just kind of lost interest because he was never here. And it was hard to be talking 24/7 because he was always working.
Excuse me.
We were kind of just
chit chat.
Yeah, just bouncing back and forth between talking and not talking. And then when he was in town, he would always, which was sometimes when he was working really far.
That was like in 2016.
Yeah, 2016. He was in town probably like.
I would come like once every 3 months.
Once every 3 months, and every single time though, you would tell me like I knew he was coming in town because he would text me, hey, and I'd be like, I bet you he's coming into town. And then yeah, he would be like, I'm gonna be there this weekend. What you want to do, or like want to hang out or whatever. But every single time that he would come and
we would just meet up at the bar.
We would always just meet up at the bar with friends. Like it was never me and him going on dates. Like we kind of both knew we're, you know, like just, well, I was in town, he was in town. Not like that though, but like just, you know, like to hang out with somebody and like, I don't know, we're, I guess, talking, but really just friends.
I never had enough time either. Like I would just come for like 3 days, 2 days, so I didn't really have time to do anything.
Yeah, like.
Hey, you were thirsty.
But I want to say a good, what, 90% of the time that you would text me like, hey, I want to go out this weekend, like with your friends. Because he would obviously want to hang out with his friends too. So it was his friends, him and me, and then his friends and my friends. And then my friends already knew him. Yeah, we always had a good time. And then sure enough, he would leave and we would just stop talking, and then he would come back and we would go out again. It was never, ever, ever official until it's about to be 2 years now that we made it.
2017.
That he officially asked me out.
So when I finally made it official was at the beginning of 2017. I was working at that time. I was working outside of Houston. It's pretty far from El Paso, like almost 11 hours away. And I remember it was like a week before I was gonna come home. Me and Leslie had not talked in like forever. We had not texted.
Like 6 months.
We had not texted, talked, or anything. And like 1 week before I came back, that I knew I was gonna come back and work here, she texted me, and she just was like, "Yo, like, hey, you know, like."
I did.
Yeah, you text me like, hey, what's up, blah, blah. You know, how you been? All good, you? I've been good. Oh, and then I was kind of like, damn, that's kind of weird that you text me. Oh, because she even asked me, so when are you going to come and visit again? Or like when?
I did.
When are you coming, like, when are you going to be in El Paso again, blah, blah, blah. I had just found out that day or the day before that I was coming back to work near El Paso again. And yeah, I let her know, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, well, I'll be home like in a week. And then, well, yeah, it'll be like when we first met.
I was like, let's get it.
Like when we first met, that it was, I was coming home every weekend. And
I was like, wait, maybe now we will be something, because again, the whole time it was just him being really far away, us not being able to talk and stuff. I was like, maybe now him being close to home, like we'll get to hang out and actually like each other and date and move in and do YouTube videos. Just kidding, but I was like, maybe we'll like, you know, start talking or whatever.
Oh no! Like when I came back was, I was trying to hang out with you. Remember, like. I would be like, yo, like, you trying to go out tonight? And then you would just be like, oh, nah, like, I'm gonna do this. Or, like, she would make excuses.
Or I had a line already. Just kidding.
So I was like, whatever. Like, I didn't really bother me. And then I saw you at the bar one night, remember? After you had flaked, you said no, that you weren't going out. And I ended up seeing you at the bar.
And I was at the bar. I was like,
you're with all your friends.
I was with my friends. Oh, my God. Yeah. But okay, so...
And I bumped into you.
We have been already on and off for like, not when I say on and off, we've been talking, okay, it was never official, but we have been texting, whatever, right? And then yeah, I saw him at the bar and I told him I wasn't going out. I don't remember why I lied to you. I think I just didn't
want to go out, but you just didn't want to go.
Yeah, I think I just didn't want to hang out with you that night. Like I was just not feeling the vibe. Just kidding, but I don't know why. And then I remember I'm walking out of the bar because I had a curfew. I tell you guys this all the time. I used to have like a really, really strict curfew. So I left the bar. I was leaving the bar by myself like 10 minutes before, and then I see him coming towards me. I'm like, ah!
And then she tells me, sick invite. And I'm like, okay.
I didn't know what to say. I said that. Yeah, I probably said sick invite to like not make it awkward. So I was like, oh, sick invite or something. And I don't know what he said.
And then the next morning you text me.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You text me the next morning.
I was like, hey, it's not what it looks like.
No.
Just kidding. No, but I texted you something like, something. And he was like, no, like, just let me know if you don't want to talk. Like, if
yeah, no, like, she texted me and I was like, oh, like, how annoying. And I was just like, yo, like, honestly, like, if you don't want to hang out with me or like, like see me, like it's cool, like you don't have to lie about it. I was like, you could be like, yo, you know what, like I'm not trying to hang out with you, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, but then that's when I was still kind of iffy about it, blah blah. You know, we're both kind of just like, what? I don't know, we had never been official or nothing like that. But yeah, after that we started talking again.
I told her that, and then long story short, after that was we like texted for a little bit again, and then yeah, we just started texting again, and then I was like. That's when I was telling her like, yo, like, I think I'd be down for like something.
Guess I'd be down.
I'd be down for something serious now.
No.
And then she was just like,
I was like, okay.
She was like, well, yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what happens. And yeah, we took it easy. Like, we started kind of just hanging out again when I would come on the weekend.
But I didn't believe him. I was like, hell no, he's gonna drop me again. So I didn't stop partying. I didn't drop anything. I was just doing me, but I added him like to my life, I guess. But I didn't drop anything for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I had to keep my guard up. Just kidding, but I was like, no, he's gonna drop me.
Anyways, yeah, so we just started hanging out again, and then finally, after like I guess gaining her trust back, and like we were just kind of like at the same level, that's when I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Which was March 12th, which was what I tell you guys almost 2 years ago. But that's basically how we met through Twitter, and how our first date went, which was just the movies. And then I guess we kind of also told you guys a little bit after that on.
Oh yeah, huh? This wasn't supposed to be. It was just supposed to be our first date.
I know, we were bringing up receipts.
Our first date was pretty boring.
Yeah, our first date was. Oh shit! Our first date was nothing crazy. Literally just dollar movies. That was pretty much it. But we kind of have, I guess, a backstory. It's not like, you know, oh, I met him at the club. We got each other's number, and we're here like, no, we're talking. Blah blah blah. But
We've known each other. We've known each other for
4 years now. Yeah, but we made it official. Both of us seriously official because we just told you guys the whole story. March the 12th, and here we are. So that was it for this video. I will leave my parents' restaurant's name and address in the description box for any of you guys that want to know. Do not forget to subscribe and click on the little bell so you get notified every single time that I post. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.